Talking now to Jean Todt, who of course is the president of the FIA. Mr. Todt, you're here in Zlin to launch the FIA's Action for Road Safety here in the Czech Republic. But for us in Rally, you're of course more than just someone campaigning on road safety, because you're one of us. You began as a driver, you became a co-driver, and you drove for some of the greatest names in the sport. Drove with, I should say. Are you very proud of that period of your life?
You know, I mean, proud, I'm not sure if it's a proper word, but I mean, my career as a sportsman involved with motor racing started as a rally co-driver, and have had fantastic 15 years experience, and since then have enjoyed other experience and success in different categories of sport, in rallying, in cross-country, rallying, in sport car championship, in Formula One, and now as president of the FIA I have a wider responsibility on mobility action. Part the mobility actions, of course, we have all which is linked to road safety, which is essential to me, and then we have the responsibility of protecting the sport, and we are the regulator of it, and of course it means that we have to look after different categories like Formula One, rallying, touring car, endurance, go-kart, and that's a very interesting and busy time in my life.
I think for a lot of us so in rally, it's the thought that at the top of the FIA is one of us, someone who began, as you say, as a rally co-driver. And when you come to a rally, like the Czech rally here in Zlin, do you feel some of the excitement coming back?
You know, I don't need to come to a rally to feel the excitement, because I said earlier, I feel as president of the FIA I have a strong responsibility of securing the future of rallying at all the level, starting from a regional championship, going to World Rally Championship, and we have implemented strong structures, strong groups, and I feel that since the last 2 years we are going into the right direction.
What then is the right direction? What's your vision for the future of the sport?
I mean, my vision at the highest level of the rally sport is to give back some flavor from the past. So more adventure, more endurance, more night driving, and create a fascination which I felt was a bit lost over the last decade, and bring more privateers, more private teams, more official teams, more manufacturers, and slowly it's happening.
Good. Now we're going to see that first time next year in Argentina, an event you won with Guy Frecklin back in 1981. We're going to see this long distance rally. Can you tell us a bit about that?
I mean, you know, long distance is just simply to change a little bit the actual format, which is to have a rally concentrated next to a major city, and to have 2 or 3 sections and cover the special stage several times. So as I mentioned earlier, more adventure, more endurance, so it will mean going from one place to another one with different assistance zones, with a different flavor, with reintroducing, as I mentioned earlier, and incidentally, as it has started this year, as it will be next year, with the return of the Monte Carlo Rally in the World Championship calendar, to come back to some roots of rallying from the past.
Do the other promoters, the promoters of the various championships, have you been able to explain your vision, and are they happy about it and willing to work with you?
You know, we have a lot of good people who are involved with rallying, starting with the President of the World Rally Commission, Jarmo Maunen, who incidentally is also the organizer of the Thousand Lakes Rally. We have people like Michel Mouton, who is giving a very strong contribution to the evolution of rallying, and all those people around me are working daily to the refreshing, if I may say, of the rally sport.
Now, in the last few years, we've seen the emergence of a sporting championship, not an FIA championship, but the IRC series, which many people think has helped to revitalise rally. It's separate, of course, from the World Rally Championship, but would you like to see the two series working a bit more closely together, perhaps? There's 25 rallies between them.
No, I know. As I said, I follow rally sport, and I've been discussing with the promoter of IRC. Incidentally, you may know that the promoter of IRC Eurosport is also the promoter of the World Touring Car Championship. So we have discussions, we have a meeting, my people with them, and they are involved with a commercial series in rallying, which incidentally is working as well with some of other organizers like the Barum Rally. You know that Barum Rally is part of the European Championship. So on one side it's European Championship, on the other side it's part of the IRC, and we have some discussions to see how the future could be improved, and it's part of that.
So you're really acting as a catalyst to help bring all the good parties together.
I mean, good parties, you know, as I said earlier, I feel rallying has a very strong potential, and in my life I always felt that we can do better. So I feel that we can do better in rallying, and let's hope that time will give me the right.
You're here in Czech Republic to launch the FIA's Action for Road Safety. How can people in rally get involved with this campaign, and how can they help?
You know, life is crucial, and I feel that all the sporting community have a very strong responsibility to help through the sport, through the single contribution of high-level sportsmen like Sébastien Loeb, like Hirvonen, Ogier, Formula One drivers, to help to claim for road safety and to be examples. You know, you can exercise your sport and demonstrate that you are a disciplined driver when you are driving on a normal road. And if they explain to normal people that it is dangerous to send one SMS while you are driving, like Michael Schumacher or Felipe Massa did a couple of months ago in Canada, and they have demonstrated that they were not safe when they were phoning or sending SMS, of course, it will probably raise even more the attention of normal users. And I must say I'm very happy about the synergy between sport, mobility, and I'm very happy to see the support, all the teams involved at the national and international championship, and all the drivers involved in the sport, how pleased and how concerned they are with road safety around the world.
Thank you. Finally, you're coming up to halfway through your term, your first term as FIA President. I think you're allowed to do 2 terms. Are you already thinking about re-election?
At the moment, I'm not at all thinking about election. I'm thinking about delivering a good job and working properly with our club members. All the rest, I leave that for speculation.
Thank you very much for talking to us.